Life sometimes takes its own turn and we have no control over it. So you may be wondering, it's winter time now where she's living. Why are you still posting summer videos? Well, this summer I filmed many videos, but I had an operation and so it was unexpected. And I could not edit all the videos that I wanted to share with you all, so I figure I'll just share it now and let you see what happened during summer, because I want to share with you guys how beautiful my summer was. I want to continue sharing my garden with you all, and as soon as I catch up with all those videos that I recorded for you all, the new videos are gonna be coming. And I promise you're going to enjoy them very much, because it's a new start and a new stage in our life. Summer is my favorite time of the year. This year our corn did exceptionally well, as you can see in this video. We were eating lots of corn and we were very happy and grateful for all the corn that we were able to harvest. I was able to also save some of the corn husk so that I can make medicine. If you don't know, corn husk is very excellent medicine. It's good for the liver, kidney, lungs. It's good for the skin. It can be used to wash your hair. Many people are not aware of the many benefits of the corn silk, but if you look it up, you'll find it has many benefits, and hopefully next year when you have your garden, you can save your corn silk. So this year was glorious. The garden was awesome. We had a beautiful harvest. We had lots of strawberries and it was just a lot of food in abundance, and we are so grateful for the abundance we had this year. But sadly, this year, the summer was not that great. It rained for most of the summer. We had a week of really nice hot weather, and for the rest of the summer it was just a couple of warm days and the rain, and it was very chilly. So it was not the best summer. So we decided to head off down south as we usually do, but we usually wait until the end of the summer, once the winter start coming in and the fall leaves start falling, or when it's winter like December. But this year we decided to just head off because we just wanted some heat. So we packed up our children and ourselves in our van and decided to head down south. So we are all packed up and we are heading down south. Right now we are on the bridge going to the American side. We are going to go to the US. We have to cross the bridge from here. We are crossing at the Thousand Island Bridge today because we like to cross there. It's about an hour and a half drive from our house, but it's worth it because the line moves really fast and it's just a better bridge to cross. We just like to cross there. So that's what we do. But we also cross there because we want to start our trip from that area and move downwards to down south. So we want to cross there instead of crossing somewhere else. But the line is a little bit long today. The cars are moving, so we're just gonna chill there and wait until our turn. So we got to the front of the line and it was a breeze. He just asked us where we're going. We just tell him, we're just heading down south, and he was very pleasant, very nice. I had the camera rolling, but I did not film his voice. But yeah, he was really cool. And then we just crossed and we're on our way now. So we were driving for a pretty long time and everybody's kind of tired and hungry. So my husband said, oh, just go find something for us to eat. So I decided to go alone inside the grocery store because, you know, when little people go in the grocery store with you, they tend to pick up everything. So we made a pit stop because we couldn't really carry a lot of things over the border because the last time we went, like a month ago, and they took our eggs and some different things, the fruit and different things. So we didn't bring like fast food that we can just snack on really quickly. So we stopped at the grocery store. Actually, I went in and everybody else stayed in the car, and I am going to pick up some things like some bread and some different things. Actually, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't bring my bread. I put all my bread in the freezer, but it would have been nice to carry my bread with me. So I picked up a packet of bread and it was very, very cheap. It was under $2. I was quite surprised. Anyways, and while I'm in there, the prices were so good, I actually decided to shop. So I did like a 15 minutes shop inside the store, and the store that we stopped at was called Aldi, and I just stocked up on stuff because we had a long drive and we will be gone for over a week, almost, yeah, a week and a half, yeah, about that. And so I was thinking, you know, we have our coolers and we have ice and stuff in our van, and we could just put all that stuff. So I stocked up on kombucha because I love kombucha. I bought lots of kombucha, and I picked up a lot of snacks and different things. As you can see, I'm just shopping around and buying stuff and just looking around, whatever. And the kids and my husband are in the car patiently waiting for me. They're wondering, what is happening to this woman? What is taking her so long? But I was just shopping. Anyways, they didn't mind. They were quite occupied doing other stuff. So enjoy. I'm shopping. The price on butter was amazing, so I decided to stock up and buy some butter because I don't know what happened to butter here in Canada. It's ridiculous, the prices. So I picked up quite a couple of butter. I bought salted butter because I prefer salted butter. I don't like unsalted butter for some reason, and I find the salted butter just lasts longer. You can leave it on the counter and it's not gonna like start smelling rancid as fast. I don't know, guys, tell me if you have the same experience if you buy unsalted butter, because sometimes I like to leave my butter on the counter for a couple of days, and it depends on what I am making or what I'm doing, and it's just easier to spread on the bread or anything that you want to spread it on, basically, instead of having to take it out and put it in the microwave and stuff like that. So let me know if you like salted butter or unsalted butter. One of the main reasons that we like to go shopping in the US is that there are a wide variety of things to choose from. I mean, there are a wide variety of things to choose from here in Canada, but the prices are reasonable. And the things that you want to buy, they have many different types of the one thing. Usually in Canada, it's just the one thing, the one brand, so there's not really a choice. So that is why. So as I was shopping in this Aldi, I was like, wow, this is a really nice Aldi, because they even had like household wares and plates, and they had dishes, they had sheets, they had even things for summer outdoor stuff like that. And I was thinking, if I was like closer to home, I would definitely like come here and shop and buy things to just bring back, like the swing for my backyard and different things like that. It was really pretty interesting to shopping there. Sometimes I wish there was certain stores like that in Canada where they have like groceries and they have a lot of household things like that, because it kind of gives you like it's kind of like a one shop stop for everything. You stop there and you just buy your grocery, you buy everything in the one place. I think it's very, very convenient. Let me know what you guys think. And you all, do you see something in my cart? What do you see? Comment below. Yes, there's a plant in my cart. Okay, these plants are $19.95 in Canada. I went there and it was $3. I was like, what? $3? I picked one up, and then I showed my older daughter and she's like, Mom, why didn't you pick up like 4? You're gonna give one to me. A plant a dig. Anytime I go somewhere and I see plants at a reasonable price, I just buy them. And by the way, why do I have this plant? I don't know, because this plant is gonna be in the car and the water is gonna fall out, it's gonna make a mess, but I don't care. When I get to my hotel where I'm staying, I'm just gonna put her down somewhere until we are ready to leave and go back to Canada. But she's coming with me. Come what may, she will survive and she will be fine, because this is my I think this is my third. I have one from last year when I went to somebody's wedding. They gave out this for free to all the wedding guests. And about 5 years ago, I was traveling in the US and I got one, and it's still alive. Actually, my son have it, and it's very large and beautiful. And so now I have another one. And yeah, my daughter was right. I should have picked up 4 at $3. I mean, what was I thinking? So guys, I just want to tell you all something. So while I was shopping in the store, as you can see, my camera was inside the cart, and I was using my big camera that day. I wasn't using the GoPro because the GoPro, the battery had died, so it was charging in the car. But anyways, people were just looking at me. I think that was the first time since I've been out vlogging. I think so many people were like looking at me, like people were saying, oh, she's like maybe a YouTuber. That was really weird. And if you continue watching the video, you would see when I get to the cash, this girl, she was just like talking. I don't know if the lady was a mom or something, but she was just like telling her, like, you know, about the YouTubers and what they do, how they vlog and how they make money doing that. And she was just going on and on. And as you can see, she's in the video, and she was just, you know, having her moment in my video. But I just thought that was so funny because I was in the store and I didn't see anybody filming. I was the only one who was filming it because, you know, I gotta get my vlog on. But anyways, that was kind of hilarious. You know, people are just like watching, looking. A lady came like close to the cart to see what was happening with my camera. Another man, while I was shopping, like putting away my groceries inside the bag that I carry, he was just like looking and see, like it was just nuts. Yeah, it was just kind of strange, like having the camera and seeing people's reaction to the camera that day in the store. I mean, that was the only encounter I had the whole time while we were staying there on our trip. But yeah, that was really, really weird. Well, actually, I did a couple of times. We went through some different towns that I was filming, and a couple of people did come up to me and say, "Oh, you're a YouTuber, so you filming?" And I just said yes, and yeah, it was just kind of awkward. So guys, please comment below if you ever had one of those awkward moments. If you are a YouTuber like me and you just film vlogs when you're outside and stuff like that, and tell me how you feel when people ask you questions, or they say, "Are you a YouTuber? You're filming?" Or they talk about you and you're right there shopping and filming. Have you ever had that encounter? Share below in the comments. Let me hear what you got to say. I would love to hear from you guys. So in this part of the video where you guys see I'm picking up this little box there, I was so stoked. That was my find of the day, because I went to shop in Amazon and actually this thing was inside my cart. I was gonna buy it. It was like 25 bucks. It's a stand to put your computer on. And I went into that store and I saw it there for $5. I was like, what? I was looking at it and was like, I couldn't believe it. So of course I snatched it up, and it was a very good quality. I used it the whole time I was on vacation, and it works like a charm. It folds very small. It comes with a tiny little bag that you can just put inside your handbag and carry it with you, or it goes inside your laptop case. It's so nice and I love it, and I'm so happy I found it that day. I also picked up some books for my daughter so she can keep busy in the car. But this Aldi was amazing because it had so much things that were really cheap prices. Like, it was just unbelievable. But we were on vacation mode and we were just having fun. So I just took my time and just look around and buy things that I saw was really, really reasonable. And I even found some activity books and some school books that my daughter could use. It was just like 2 grades ahead, but they were really great. And it was like, as you can see, they're huge books and she can use them for grade 2 and grade 3. I always like to teach her things one year ahead, so she is advanced. So yeah, I got a lot of books and they were like $2.99. I'm quite surprised because those same books here in Canada, I bought them for like $15 for one. Some of them are even $21. So finding them there for $2.99 was a steal. So I picked up 4. And here is our friend again. She's right there and she's explaining and talking about me and my filming to her parent or the person that was with her. She's explaining all about YouTube and she's telling them, oh, this girl is a YouTuber. Look, she has a camera in her basket and she's gonna vlog. And it's just very hilarious. And see me, I'm just calmly packing my grocery onto the conveyor belt, and the cashier was very nice because you can hear her talking too, and he was just chatting with me and saying hello and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's what was happening the whole time I was trying to cash my groceries. So as you can see, the cashier was extremely friendly. I think he was thinking, oh, why is this woman talking about this other woman in the grocery store, like nobody's business, you know. So he was really, really nice. He was really friendly. Anyways, so the episode did not end there. So I am, as you can see, I am paying for my grocery and I'm about to go pack my grocery into this box that I have here, and then I have another one little bag that I carried with me. And I didn't plan to buy all this stuff, but you know, when you see cheap stuff, you buy cheap stuff. Anyways, so that's what I'm going to do. So there's like a long counter. Those of you who live in the US, you know how Aldi is located. You have like a counter where you can put your stuff down and pack your things on the side. I think that's so very convenient. So I am going to go there to pack my grocery, put them in the bag, and here is encounter number 2 with this man. So in this part of the video, you can't see the man. I'm not filming him, but this part of the video, there's a man like behind me. You can't see him, but he just wants to know what is going ahead in this camera, and he's just looking and he's just like standing there watching. So I had to turn my camera the other way. I moved the camera and I just gave him that kind of weird look. But guys, that day was just a very funny, hilarious day. I never thought that people were ever so interested in another person having a camera and filming themselves. It seems like this small town, maybe they don't see people filming or something like that, or they're just curious or something like that. But at least nobody came up to me and confronted me or say, you know, anything except the girl that was in the cash talking to the person who she was talking to, whether her mom or relative or whatever. But nobody else like confronted me or said anything to me. So that was really, really weird. One of the best thing I love about traveling, and I think my husband can say the same thing, is us having a cargo carrier at the top, like the biggest size, and just being able to buy whatever and put a lot of stuff up there. It just gives you the freedom to be able to travel with a lot of stuff and buy things, in a reasonable amount. So whenever we travel, we try to pack very lightly, meaning that the girls have one suitcase and the men has one suitcase, and then the cargo basically just has a few things, like maybe some things for the beach and nothing else. And it's just empty, so we can put lots of things there. And then the back of the van has lots of space. So when you're traveling, especially when you're taking road trips, remember guys, pack very lightly, and also use those traveling bags. There is some flat traveling bags. They look like pencil case holders, but they're just bigger. You can purchase them on Amazon. They're the perfect size bags to put your clothes, like fold them flat and put them inside, and then they fit perfectly inside your suitcase, and you're able to carry much more things than if you just pack your clothes just singularly like that inside the suitcase. So this is what we do, and we carry everything that we need, but we have enough space to buy things. Something else I want to mention to you all are, if you are road trip takers like us, who just like to travel around Canada and US, if you're living in that area, I mean, if you're traveling anyway, it doesn't have to be in this area. But when you're investing in a cooler, make sure you buy coolers that are slim so that they can fit well in vans or inside cars. If you buy coolers that are wide, they take up more space, and you can put more food in them because they're tall, but they just take up more space. So we invest in coolers that are long and narrow but deep enough to hold all the things that we need. So as you can see, my daughter is hanging over the seat, and she's taking all the things that need to go in the cooler and putting it in there. She's gonna hand it to her brother. Her brother is on the other side, but that's what we're doing. So we have two of them, and they're stacked one on top of the other, so we're able to carry a lot of food with us. And usually we don't have to stop a lot to buy stuff, because basically our coolers are like our fridge, and they keep ice for at least 3 to 4 days. So it's really awesome. So please invest in good coolers, or even a fridge, like those van life people have fridges. You can invest in one of that too, and you can do the hookups and stuff if you want, because usually we were traveling for a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks. The longest I think we went was like for a month, just traveling on the road. But anyways, I just wanted to give you that piece of advice. So y'all, we decided to head to Washington DC to go to the museum, because we love to go to the museum. So we're having such a fantastic time inside the museum, and after we finish like walking around and stuff like that, we decided to go out in the garden and see what was planted and stuff like that. So my family was on the opposite side of me. They were further down, and I was in front. I went down a different like little road like in a garden. There's nobody there. Then all of a sudden I saw some people coming down, but there is a little thing in the middle, and I put my camera on it because I wanted to take a screenshot for my video. And this little boy who was with the family just ran, grabbed my camera, just like grab the camera and just knock it down. Like, I mean, it was just crazy. And it was just like a joke for him. It was no big deal. He looked like 4 or 3 or 4, or even a little bit older, I think. And the camera fell, and the back of the camera flew open, and it was just crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, my expensive camera. But the husband ran to me and said, oh, we're so sorry. Then the wife started acting really crazy and telling me I shouldn't put my camera there and stuff like that. So anyways, we had like a run-in, and it was not pleasant. I got really upset. The camera was dented. Luckily it started to work again. The daughters who were with the mother actually apologized to me, but the mother was just being so ridiculous and saying he's a baby. So he just because he's a baby, he's not a baby, he's like a big kid. He's like 4 years old. You don't go touching like somebody's camera in a garden, you know what I mean? Like the camera is taking a photo. Like other kids pass when I was other places taking photo, nobody grabbed the camera and slammed it. Anyhow, as you can see, I was just really, really upset about that. And yeah. And it's a shame because when you see a child behaving like that in public, you would think that he did this same thing at his house. You know, it's like he thought the camera was some kind of ball or some kind of thing, and he was smirking on his face. He was like, okay, I'm gonna do it again. Like, I think if I didn't like run very quickly and grab it, like you'd just mash up my camera. You'd just like hit it and continue to throw it and stuff like that. It was just like so crazy. And like, as a mom myself, if my child did that, I would like grab him and, you know, and said, come here. I reprimand him. She didn't even talk to him. She didn't even say anything to him. He just left, and he was just like playing along like nobody's business. She didn't say anything to him. The daughter said something to him, like the sister, you know, but it was just so strange, you know, how people react with their children. And I mean, I felt embarrassed as a parent for her, but I guess she wasn't embarrassed. She was just like, you know, trying to blame me for putting my camera on top of something that was not even in a child's way. He went out of the way to take my camera on something that he, you know, he should not have even gone where it was. So after this camera episode where I had no camera to film for a little bit, and I was filming with anger, we decided to leave the museum and continue driving because I had no more zeal to continue doing anything for the rest of the day. I was just worried about my camera. I was just upset about the woman, and I was just like not in a good mood. So we decided to drive and go to our final destination, which was our hotel. We did stop and eat something, and yeah, so we got to the hotel and we put our stuff in, and we're heading for the beach. Anyways, just to let you guys know, my camera is okay. It's a little bit bruised, a little bit dented, but it's working. I was able to get the back fixed properly, so it was able to close again and work. For a couple of hours, I didn't use the camera. I just closed the camera and I just recharged the battery, and I left it alone. I just used another camera, and eventually that camera started working again. But guys, I was so upset, you know, and the mother was so disrespectful, and she was not even saying sorry. Even the older daughter who was with her, she looks like an adult, she was telling her in her language, they speak Indian language, maybe Punjabi or something, saying, "Mom, you can't say that to the lady." And she was saying to like the child's name. He actually grabbed her camera. He should not have done that. You know what I mean? And I think the mom, I don't know, it was just like crazy. I like, if your child do something like that, you should at least come to the person and say, you know, I'm sorry, you know, whatever. But the little boy, he was just like, it seems like it's something that he does. He just knock things down, or he just does stuff, and with no remorse, he's just looking like he wanted, like, actually when he knocked the camera down, like he was gonna take it again, and I had to like run and run in front of him to grab the camera again. He wanted to kick it, and he wanted to like grab it again and throw it, and like I that's the first time I see kids like react in this manner, you know. It was just like the boy, like, just very unmannerly. I'm sorry, I love kids, but he was not acting very mannerly at all. So before we head to the beach, we decided to do a little bit of shopping around because it was pretty hot. So I always wanted to go to a Thai store, and we found this little mall in the middle of nowhere, And there, smacked in the middle of it, was a Thai store. I was so excited because I saw some products online that I wanted to try because I watched some Thai YouTube video. And oh my goodness, this place was a gem. The food in there was really expensive because a lot of the food was traditional food. But even the vegetable itself, I find like the prices were really high. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of Thai foods in there, and the meats and different traditional spices and seasoning. I stuck to the things that I knew because I don't want to eat something that I don't know what it is. But it was very interesting to find a lot of the stuff that I see on YouTube that I want to try. So of course I bought some, and I was able to buy some of their traditional dishes, which I'm going to show you guys in another video. And yeah, it was really, really interesting to go around the store and see what they have. And they had a lot of Caribbean stuff that we usually eat back in our country, so I got some of that too. But it's just nice when you're traveling around to go and see different things, visit different stores and markets and different people's culture, and see what they eat, what they do, you know. So it was really interesting. And I got this groundnuts. It was just fresh. Man, these groundnuts were amazing. We kept it in the van and in the front seat, and me and my husband, we keep snacking on it. It was just raw peanut unprocessed, and it was just so tasty. I haven't eaten raw peanuts like that, just straight from the ground and just peeled without doing anything to it. It was so delicious. Yeah, we even brought back some to Canada. It was just amazing. And in that store they had a lot of like different yams, and they were so delicious because we bought some and we cooked yams for a couple of different days. And I found this onions I never seen before, this little onions. I don't know what it was, I can't remember the name right now, but I bought some also, and the flavor was very intense. So yeah, interesting. I love traveling because traveling just opened a new world for me. It just makes me experience and see things in a different light, and seeing things on TV or on the internet is something else, but being there in person and touching and seeing and feeling and just having the physical experience is just so amazing. They had lots of fresh coconuts, and we love coconuts. Whenever we travel, we buy coconuts, or sometimes we just buy fresh coconut water if somebody's selling, especially when we go in Florida. There's a lot of vendors out there just selling fresh coconut. They just cut the top off and they have a straw and you can drink it from there. But in that store they had these two different kinds of coconut. I never seen this white one before, but this one was the best because it was very like fleshy inside and had lots of water inside of it. So it was really, really interesting. So if you know what, I mean, I know it's a coconut, but I don't know what's the variety of the coconut. I usually buy the other one, which is the brown one that you see on the other side, but this one was like really different. But it was worth it to try it and see. Now I have to say something about those papayas. Those papayas were large, they were inexpensive, and they were so sweet. I think that was the sweetest papaya we ever ate. Like, eating fresh organic food is the best thing. And I'd recommend everybody to start eating fresh organic food, especially when you're traveling, if you can afford it. Finally, we made it to the beach. We were so happy that we decided to do this because it was so cold in Canada. Actually, it is still cold in Canada. It's winter here. But we were very happy that we decided to do this. And the water was to die for. And we really had a great time swimming around and enjoying ourselves. And we will be doing this again in a month or so. I think at the end of December or early January, we'll head down south again to get some warm sunshine and to swim in beautiful salty water, which is awesome for our beautiful dark skin and our hair. I just love the beach, and I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to be able to drive. You know, it's a long drive, but we have that opportunity and we can do that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao, my loves.